Perfect. We're here with head coach Chris Armas. He'll give us his general thoughts looking into the LAFC match.
Well, we are excited for another match. We're excited for another match at home and another test. And we look at these games as they're just tests to see where we're at. And when you play a team like LAFC, they'll tell you exactly where you're at. You know, they're top team, full of a bunch of quality winners, culture. They have so much going on over there. A team that can play in transition, they can hurt you in a lot of ways. So, but this is what it is. This is why we're in this business to play against the best, and we have so much respect for the way they play, the way they're coached, and from top of the organization on down. So, but most importantly, in front of our home fans, we left a little on the table this last game. We want to reward them with the points and the players to reward themselves for a lot of hard work and, quite honestly, some good stuff that's going on.
And is there any developments with the Maxsø injury? He's obviously here at training today, but his availability heading into the next few weeks?
Yeah, look, he wore a mask today, and he's got to get that sorted still with the doctors to possibly reset his nose, but it's a fracture in his nose. But look, it shows the type of person he is and competitor and winner that he is, that he's out here training, because we left it up to him in many ways, his comfort level, and he's out here training. So I think he's such a big part of this team in so many ways. But I think that grit that even he has is kind of how the shape of our team right now.
And another player that's been out for a second, Jasper Loffelson. Where is he at with his injury, and where do you see him coming back?
Yeah, look, he was involved in training today in a certain capacity, and we have to make sure when we have these types of soft tissue injuries that we bring them along at the right way, so that you just put it behind the player. It's going to be a long season. We're going to need everybody. And we need everyone healthy. So it's good to see him out there. He had no issues today, and hopefully we'll be looking ahead to the weekend and see how he could factor in.
And Moïse Bombito returns from his time with the Canadian national team. What have you seen from him? His first day back at training, and any big upsides to being with this national team that you see in his play?
Look, I think it's two things. One, Moïse is such an energy guy that he brightens up a room when he's in it. So I think it's almost perfect on a day like today when we come back in and it's all about work and getting back to work and a little feeling from after the game. But he helps the group. One, he's a good player. Two, he's smiling and his energy, he's dancing around, and his that. Almost like that spirit that he has, that childlike energy. We love it. So it's good that he's back. But we always know when players, young and older, when they go to the national team, you come back a little bit taller. Even if you don't play, you feel like you're part of something bigger. You're one of the best players in your country that gets called in. The demands, the standards. When you're a national team player, you come back better for it. So I love when they get these experiences, especially the young players. We're happy to have him back.
And LAFC riding the momentum of a 5-0 win over Nashville, and then obviously a late goal to shut us out for the first time this season. Two teams with very different approaches, last results heading into the matchup. How do you think that changes either team's mindset? Coaching-wise, player-wise, how they just approach the game, knowing the way the last result panned out?
Yeah, look, it's. I think just I know enough about the coaches over there. They don't get too high on things, and certainly they wouldn't get too low either. So I think, like us, both camps are probably looking at the results with an eye of reality, and that you have to reset it, that you never can get too high and or low. So look, for them it's an important game, right? I would think that they would think, hey, we got to win at Colorado. Here's 3 points to try to challenge for their aspirations, which is to be at the top of the league. For us, we know we want to get points. We need to get points. So, of course, we have to operate with urgency, almost like a playoff mentality, that must-win type of thing. Although it's not a must-win, but it is a must-win, but it isn't, right? So, trying to really step on that field. That every play matters, every moment matters. How alert can we be? How sharp can we be? Can we take our chances better than we've had? Can we help get the players in different areas, and can we continue defending well? Because it'll take a lot of good defending against that opposition.
A lot of familiar faces on the other side of the field, with John Thorrington, Ante Rasov, Steve Cherundolo, and Aaron Long. What does it mean to you to face these guys? I know you coached Aaron, you've played with the other ones. Does this mean anything special to you?
Yeah, I mean, a few of those, well, I think 3 of those 4, I wish I was out there nipping at their heels the way I used to. Ante, Steve Cherundolo, John Thorrington were 3 of my best teammates, I'll tell you, in my career. And I was lucky to have a lot of teammates, but those guys, I shared different parts of my career with those guys. Steve, part of the national team. He was younger than me, but what a talent coming through, and no surprise that he's passing on who he is as a player and now as a coach. But it'll be great to see him and compete on the pitch as coaches now. And Ante, all those guys, I shared the most time with him as a player, my roommate on the road, just a dear friend. So it'd be nice to, again, the competition part of it, we love it. We've done it many times in training and even sometimes as we separated as players. But it'd be good to see Ante for sure. What I'd say is, it's even John, who you have to give so much credit for, because we talk about the players and the coaches. Well, there's a guy at the top pulling the strings, John Thorrington, who again, back in the day when we were teammates, 07, 07, yeah, I think 06, 07, top person, top competitor, intelligent human being, class act all the way through. So now he's really kind of leading the charge at a club. No big surprise there. So yeah, friends, friends before and after, and we competitors, and that's the way we would want it. Aaron Long is the one player of that group, and I love Aaron. I was part of his journey early on with the Red Bulls, and part of a coaching staff that saw something in him when not a lot of people did. So to see his journey, I mean, when you talk about a success story in this country, in MLS and in the United States, and he gets that credit because he has certain physical capacities, a really smart player, but his will to succeed and to become who he has now, that's Aaron Long. So be great to see him. Again, compete against those guys, and of course, reconnecting even for a little bit.
Awesome. We'll wrap there.